Brian, great to chat with you for the first time in 2026. Now, RLG Coffee scaled to 1 million Aussie dollars in Chinese sales in November and then doubled again in December. So to start at an operational level, what specifically changed month to month that unlocked this acceleration? And how do you transition this business from early traction to a durable, scalable growth platform in China?
Okay, thanks, Alex. Great to speak with you again. There are really three main drivers behind this achievement. Firstly, this expansion of distributions through more offline general trade, retail cafes, your food service outlets via our partners. The product range increased, so we grew the SKU range, which expanded customer reach and purchases. And then we saw the demand conversion kick in. So November reflected the early sales, which then compounded into December with new ordering and channel replenishment. So with respect to achieving the scalable growth, we are focused on building a repeatable multi-channel route to market. So that's online, offline, and sub-distribution. So it's something that we've designed deliberately to be repeatable and scalable in new regions across China. So we want to lock in reliable, scalable supply through sourcing partnerships, which we're building on, and we keep our sort of whole business model as keeping it asset light. So really tight working capital discipline. So that's our plan and our approach and how we're doing it.
Now, Brian, you mentioned the sales pipeline across the likes of JD.com and Tmall, as well as offline channels. Now, across these channels, products and partnerships, what do you see as the core drivers behind the acceleration in coffee sales?
It's really the structural demand in the right category. I mean, China coffee consumption growth means it's the right product selection to begin with. So we're selling the right product into a high growth market. Then we add in the multi-channel distribution structure, which is important. So we've got sub-distribution into general trade, the supermarkets, convenience and specialty retail, cafes and food service, etc. That's what turns the product into a branded platform. And then leveraging our partnerships. So contracted partner channels that accelerate our reach and the order velocity versus just having a standalone brand build ourselves down directly. And then that range expansion and targeted marketing. So we're expanding with the right SKUs led by the data insights that we're seeing. So that improves conversion and gives us repeat ordering. So we listen to the market and we meet the market's demands.
So Brian, with contracted demand now converting into monthly orders, what are the key operational priorities over the next 6 to 12 months that will determine how fast and how profitably this business can scale?
It's about repeating that model, so turning those existing sales into recurring monthly orders. That's working closely with partners and distributors. And then we continue to broaden the format. So we've got a range of different products. So we're not just prescribing that you must drink roasted coffee beans. We're looking at the market. We're providing drip filtered coffee. We're providing instant coffee, some ready to drink components. We're aiming to bundle equipment with subscriptions to lift recurring order value and margins. And then once again, we go back to our working capital discipline. Like we're optimizing the applications in terms of working capital. It's really important to us and how we manage our growth going forward.
Thanks, Brian. And just finally, while coffee has clearly emerged as a major growth engine for RLG, what are some other growth signs that investors should keep an eye out for across RLG's wider portfolio in 2026?
Well, right now we are really focused on meeting the demand and requirements for the coffee business. We want to make sure that we get that exactly right and in our delivery. But in parallel, we are continuing our own brand plus asset light model, which is intrinsic within our business. And so we're focusing on all high margin verticals. So that's namely premium food and beverage, health and wellness. So importantly, whilst we're doing that, we're also maintaining our cost discipline, which will be apparent in our quarterly report, where we're consistently showing cost reductions in our operations as we target high growth products for sale with high margins. And that's very much our focus.
Thanks, Brian. As always, really appreciate your insights and all the best for 2026. Thanks for joining me.
Thank you, Alex.